So I just came across this ultra-compact ESP32 board called the f32, and it's only 9.85 by 8.45. Can you imagine how tiny that is?
Wait, seriously. That's smaller than my phone. What's the catch? I mean, how does it even function with such a small footprint?
Exactly, it's powered by an ESP32C3FH4 microcontroller, but it kind of skips over a lot of traditional design guidelines. Like there's only one exposed GPIO.
Only one. That must limit what you can do with it pretty significantly. How are users expected to interact with the board?
Great question, it uses a captive portal setup. When powered on, it shows up as an open Wi-Fi network. Users connect and can control basic functions from a web page.
That's clever. So it can turn on an LED and scan for surrounding networks. I wonder how effective the Wi-Fi is, though, given its size.
Funny you mention that. Initially, the creators struggled with connectivity, likely due to poor antenna design. They had to add a tiny antenna just to make it work.
Wow, that's a bit of a red flag, right? I mean, if you need to modify the hardware just to get basic functionality.
True, but it did manage to perform decently after that tweak. In tests, they controlled the LED from about 120 feet away.
Impressive. But do you think that's an adequate range for most projects? I feel like it could be a gamble.
Yeah, I see your point. If someone needed more reliable Wi-Fi, they might run into issues. Plus, those signal tests were methodical rather than scientific.
Exactly. It's interesting that the creator designed it as a way to push the boundaries of the ESP32. But isn't there a risk in ignoring those design guidelines?
Definitely, the absence of things like decoupling capacitors and proper circuitry could lead to functionality problems down the line.
That's a bit worrying. So it's more of an experimental device than a practical one. What does the creator intend for its use?
From what I gather, it was more for personal research and a learning experience. It's a fun challenge.
I get that, but I'm curious about how accessible it is for someone who might not be super tech savvy.
Good point, the assembly process is DIY focused and requires some soldering skills, plus a pretty specific toolkit.
Yikes, so if someone's not familiar with soldering those tiny parts, they might struggle. What about the cost?
Surprisingly, it only cost about $10.75 for 5 boards. That's pretty affordable for prototyping.
That is a steal, but I wonder if the cost reflects the quality. I mean, would those boards compete with more established brands?
That's an interesting angle. Considering it ignores standard practices, it might be less reliable than those with better design.
Exactly, but there's something intriguing about pushing boundaries in tech. It could inspire innovative projects.
Right, and there's potential for future improvements too, like exposing more GPIOs or enhancing the antenna circuitry.
That could open up a lot of possibilities. Still, I wonder if the creator might face challenges as they progress.
Oh, for sure, balancing experimentation with practicality is tricky, especially if you're ignoring basic components.
You have to wonder if that's sustainable long term. Will they stick with the same philosophy or adapt?
Totally, it'll be fascinating to see how they evolve this project and what features they might incorporate.
So what's the takeaway here? It sounds like a mix of potential and pitfalls.
I think it's about the excitement of exploration and the risks that come with it. It's a bold move.
Exactly. It challenges the norms while showcasing creativity, but users have to weigh the trade-offs.
And that's what makes this whole project so compelling. It's an adventure in both design and functionality.
For sure. So, if someone's considering diving into this, they should be prepared for a learning curve.
Absolutely, but hey, that's part of the fun, right? Embracing the unknown and learning as you go.
Totally. I wonder what other innovations might come from projects like this in the future.
That's the beauty of tech. It's always evolving, and who knows what the next experimental device will bring.
Right? It's like a never-ending cycle of discovery. I can't wait to see where it leads next.
Same here, and honestly, I'm just excited about the possibilities that projects like the F32 can inspire.
Definitely. It's a reminder that sometimes the most unconventional approaches lead to the biggest breakthroughs.
Exactly, so what's next on our radar? I feel like there's always something intriguing just around the corner.
For sure, Let's dive into more of these creative tech projects. There's so much out there waiting for discovery.